Mark, you've said in the past that you think that there are going to be other centers of innovation for different industries. Are we seeing that right now? Can you point to an example of that happening for a specific industry where we're actually seeing the innovation driven, not necessarily here, maybe even not necessarily in the United States?
Yeah, so there's sort of two ways to look at kind of the idea that there should be a lot of Silicon Valleys. And there should be a lot of Silicon Valleys. I mean, the more Silicon Valleys in the world, the more kind of hubs of innovation and startup activity, the better, for all of us. And so they should happen everywhere. There's sort of two ways of looking at it. One is, how do you get another Silicon Valley building the same kinds of companies that we build? So software and internet and mobile and all these things. And there's a lot of activity in Shanghai and Stockholm and Tel Aviv and other places. And so there is a certain amount of that. But there's another idea, or there's another model, which would be, instead of having Silicon Valley, how about having, in another city, how about having Biotech Valley? And how about having 3D Printing Valley? And how about having Genomics Valley? And how about having Drone Valley? Self-driving car valley? Like, there's all these different areas of technology, broader than what Silicon Valley does, that are ripe for reinvention and ripe for the Silicon Valley mentality to be brought to them. And by the way, there are many other research universities, and Stanford is, probably the best university in the world. My adoptive.
Probably about
my adoptive. Well, I did go somewhere else, but I like to believe I would have been. I could have gone to Stanford. But there are many other great research universities, and there are many great researchers at those universities working on amazing technologies. And so I think you could have 50, sort of valleys of X. And I think that there are examples. I think what's happening in New York around finance innovation and what's happening around e-commerce is very impressive. LA, there's sort of an entertainment technology revolution happening in LA. Our company Oculus, has made big waves. Is an LA company that brings together both kind of computer science and entertainment media. There's actually a tremendous amount of very interesting stem cell work happening in South Korea, in Seoul, as an example. And so I think there's a long list of areas in which we could have Silicon Valleys all over the world.